Welcome or welcome back. My name is Joanne and today I have my first update for Pan That Palette. If you're interested in anything I'm wearing today, I will have it linked down in the description box. My links are not affiliated. Maybe one day they will be, but for now they're not. And so this project is created by Amber F. I will have her channel linked down in the description box. And my goal was to use up all the shades by the end of the year. Okay, I have some exciting progress. I don't really do my makeup like every day. I probably do my makeup like 3 times a week at most. So yeah, it's a little interesting. I'm trying to get myself to do makeup more often, but I just can't be bothered to wake up super early before work to do my makeup. That's kind of been my struggle. And because I don't do my makeup that often, I feel like I have to only use this palette. And I don't like that feeling. Like, I'm not using it today. I will say I'm using a different palette today. And my Pan That palette is my Adept Cosmetics Heather Austin palette. And I'll show what it looked like last month. I'll probably put up a screenshot for my intro video up here. So this is what it looked like when I introduced it, and this is what it looks like now. So I do have a pan in scrubs, which was one of my goals that I set for myself. My other goal was to use each shade at least once, and I did not do that. The only shade I didn't use was Video Chat right here. I don't know, I love this palette. This is one of my favorite palettes, but I just don't like the feeling of only being able to use this palette, if that makes sense. Like, there are only 4 mattes. I've been focusing on Atlas and PaO2 for my looks, and I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, and I'm just bored. Honestly, I don't know if Pan That palette is necessarily a project for me. I like the idea of painting eyeshadows, but I think I just need to try a different project to see if that coincides with how I want to do things. But I will continue this for 1 more month just to see. There is like a piece of hair on my top lip or something. I'm going to continue this for another month and then see how I feel after the month, and maybe I'll turn this into a different eyeshadow project, to see how that goes. But I would like to try to hit pan on Atlas. So let me just go through all the uses for this palette. Like I mentioned, Video Chat I did not use at all. Passport I used 5 times. I love the shade. It's so pretty. It's like a pink, blue, green type of shade. And then So Excited I used twice. I really like this one. It's very sparkly. It's very much just like a neutral taupe type of shimmer, but it's so sparkly. It's so pretty. And then 0603 is like this deeper shimmer with different colored shimmers throughout it, and I used that one once. I'm sorry if you can hear the laundry. It just started, but I kind of have to film this right now. And then the shade Magnolia I used once. If I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notebook with all of my usage. And then Mythology I also used once. PaO2 I used 6 times. And there's literally no signs of basically any uses on that shade. These are very firmly pressed mattes, and that scares the crap out of me to pan them. And then Atlas I've also used 6 times, but I use more of this than I do PaO2. These are pretty pigmented, I will say. And yeah, so this one I've also used 6 times, and like putting my finger in the shade, there's a little bit of a dip, like a tiny bit, but not much. So we'll see if I can hit pan on that in the next month. Scrubs I used a total of 4 times. I hit pan after the second use. I did use it a few times before, but because the shade is so malleable, it's pretty easy to hit pan on it. Hey Y'all I used once, and then Austin and Smith I also used once. So not the best progress on a Pan That palette, but I don't know, like part of me is happy that I chose this as a pan that palette because that means I'm getting use out of this palette. But at the same time, like, it stresses me out that I can't use my whole collection. Or at least I feel like I can't use my whole collection. Like right now, using a different palette, I'm like, I told myself I was gonna use this today, but I didn't. And it's like guilt. I don't know, it sounds weird. But like, because I'm like, I should be focusing on this to just use, but I don't want to. If that makes sense. It's like once I'm forced to use something, I don't. Or like forced to do something, I don't. Even if I want to. It's weird. It's just how my brain is. But yeah, so hopefully this next month I'll enjoy this project more. In the beginning I was really enjoying it. I'm like, oh yeah, I get to use this palette all the time. And then I was just like, I have to use this palette all the time. And again, it stresses me out, but I'm gonna try. Right now what I'm thinking is I'm gonna try to do this all year. That's my goal. I would like to at least hit pan on all these shades now. Like that, I think that's gonna be my new goal, to hit pan on all these shades. And then see if I can finish some up. But that's my thought. Those are my thoughts right now. It could change in a month to where I want to change the project completely, like change what eyeshadow project I'm doing completely. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I am enjoying it. Like, I love this palette. I don't know if I can only focus on one palette for a whole year. It's a lot. It's a lot to focus on. But that's all I have for today. That's my first update for Pan That Palette. I did hit one pan, so that's exciting. And I have a couple dips going on in a couple of the shades. But let me know if you're doing this project, and maybe it'll motivate me more, because I've been watching Pan That Palette update videos that have been going up, and they've really just been motivating me, like, hey, it's okay if like you don't use it 20 plus times in a month. Like, it's okay, you're still using it. And yeah, I don't know, I'm very hard on myself too, in every aspect of my life. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day, a great night, whatever time it is for you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.